Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a lovely day. One of my very most requested videos to bring back my reading old diaries series. However, I keep explaining to people that I can't do that because I read all the diaries. Like, there's no more diaries for me to read. How am I supposed to carry on with this? So, because I gathered that was getting on your nerves, I decided to go on a little hunt to find some old things I could find instead. I present you a box. And a spider. I present you a spider. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Old school books and school projects, just stuff and stupid things that I made when I was little, and I thought it would be very similar to my diary videos as I'm just cringing at my old self. Because apparently that's fun to watch. Can I just say, pretty impressive. I remember being like low-key proud of myself for this, having it on the wall and being like, yeah, that's mine, don't touch. We've got some theme park photos, you know when they take photos of you on the roller coaster because you look like an idiot? Those. First one is Nemesis Inferno, which was in Fort Park. For some reason my sister's holding onto my bar instead of hers, probably to be like, calm down girl, chill out, because I was probably screaming off my head. There's me and there's my sister. My sister's just rocking those braces. My sister kind of looks like she's laughing though, so she's probably just faking it for the photo. Did anyone else ever used to do that? They used to look more scared than they actually feel for the photos because you want people to see the photos to be like, that must have been a really scary ride. This one is from Loggers Leap in Fort Park again. Oh, my friend at the front looks constipated and like gritting her teeth, while I look like I'm having the time of my life. I'm behind her like, pose of the photo, and she's like, no, not happening. This is Colossus in Fort Park. Same girl. This time she looks like she's crying and doesn't want to be there. I probably forced her to come to Fort Park with me. And I look like I'm not even screaming. I look like I'm just going. She also kind of looks like she's waving a little bit. She's like, hey girl. And I'm just like, don't let go of the bars, you will die. This is Oblivion in Alton Towers, and this ride was actually really scary. You go along here and then you stop and then drop down into this black hole. I actually went like away for a few days to Alton Towers with my ex-boyfriend. Can we just talk about the fact I think he's wearing a Drop Dead t-shirt. Can you see what I'm wearing? A Nink Com Poop shirt. My sister actually made it for me, so I wore that to Alton Towers because obviously, you know, promotion and all that. God save my ex-boyfriend. This is probably why he dumped me. Oh, I can just see the fear. That is fear in my face. I'm trying to look like I'm smiling, but I'm actually like, I hate this so much. On the top picture, it also shows what you look like from a further view, and I'm literally looking at him for support and he's not giving me any. So this is Dragon's Apprentice. Obviously a kid's ride. I swear to God if I open this and we look scared, I'm gonna be angry. This photo looks like it was taken in the 90s. Look at our clothes for starters. We're both wearing pretty much the same blue trackies. I remember wearing them all the time. You can tell this is not fear. This was a planned pose. I remember her saying, the camera's coming up, pose, and then me being like, as a kid, you only wanted these photos to show off to your friends. Look at me, bitches. I go on the Dragon's Apprentice. It's called Apprentice. I mean, even the title of it shows it's not scary. I had that fringe for so long. It was just a big, thick block of hair that went down my face. Next, this is a Toy Story card. To Belly, hoping that you have a wonderful day. So I've always been a big fan of Toy Story. This isn't actually a school project. This is something which I wanted to make in my own time. Whoa, there is a lot to look at. We've got cinema tickets for Angus Fongs and Perfect Snogging. Whoa, that's old. Honestly, some of you weren't probably even born when I made this. That makes me feel really old. 17 again. Oh my god. Horton Hears a Who. The boy in striped pajamas made me cry. Also, something I will always remember about Cineworld playing that film. Anyone who knows that film can understand the ending is very sad. What happens is very tragic and terrible. And then straight after the film finished, Cineworld thought it would be a good idea. They probably didn't realise they were doing this, but they started to play, remember that song that came out, No Air? Tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air. Can't live, can't breathe with no air. No air, no air. Don't play that after the boy in his striped pajamas. Don't. Bank of Friendship check my friend gave me, and it says, Els, I promise to be your best friend forever. I guess that expired. Oh my god, wow, I was 13 years old. So we were going to this nightclub for young people and it was called Snap. It was basically full of a load of young people who are a lot more slutty than me, grinding their groins up against everything and anyone and snogging a load of chavs. So that was fun. I went there a couple times and it was interesting. A note from my mum: Ellie, good luck to you and Vic. Hope it goes well. Look forward to hearing all about it. No idea what that was. So, whoa, okay, all I seemed to do in my youth was watch films. Interform dance, that was when our school, every year, you had to perform on stage in front of hundreds of people and each class had to make their own dance, and it was awful because not all of the people can dance. I don't know why they expect everyone to be able to dance and do this, but it was fun. I really enjoyed it. It's quite a nice feeling being on stage when I know I'm never really going to do that again probably. Picture time, us holding the England flag, I'm the little one down there. Me and Vicky opening a present, which was some Barbie rollerblades. This was me in the back garden on the swing and I was so excited when my dad installed that swing. This was a cat we met on a holiday which had fleas, but I was young and didn't understand the concept of why I shouldn't stroke it because it's a cat and all cats should be stroked. This was us for a Masonic night. Me and my family again. Kate has her eyes closed. Oh, I miss these days. Oh my gosh, this is my nan. I miss her so much. She's the most inspiring person I know and I miss her every day. You think I'm happy and positive? She was the pinnacle of happy and positive, even though her life wasn't perfect. I really like this picture of me and my sister hugging. This guy here in the middle, God knows if he's gonna watch this, but he was like my first crush, or like maybe my second crush. So those of you who have seen that really cringy video of myself talking about my American auntie, that is her right there. Yay! That video will haunt me for the rest of my life because everyone hates me. Oh, there's me and my little crush again. Oh my gosh, it's my sister's ex-boyfriend before she decided, hey, I like women. And this is me rocking out. I still look like that these days. And lastly, before I got bored and decided I didn't want to do this anymore, me coming down a slide with some pigtails on. Look how cute I look. I don't know if any of you guys do this, but when you look at old photographs, do you ever think, hey, I did not feel that young when I was that young? This is Vicky on the floor with a face mask on, looking creepy as hell. Oh, we have a bird that I drew. I think I must have just had a really big ego back then, way bigger than I do now. Because I remember drawing this and also saying, this is really good. But this is super exciting. Do you know why? Do you know what this book is? Changes in Ourselves. The sex education you get before you learn about sex. How your balls change and your boobs will start growing soon. I was really excited about making the cover because pink has always been my favourite colour, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna make it pink and find a really cute baby. Isn't she cute? This is my name in several different pieces of art. Why is that relevant? Each gender has similarities and differences. Firstly, males have different sexual parts to females from birth. The male's visible sexual organs are the penis and testicles, whilst the females are the labia and vulva. Who knew what that was back then? We were just like, what's labia and vulva? Wow, this is super sexist. Girls tend to group together, chatting, dancing, skipping, or playing hopscotch, whilst boys tend to play football and running games. They sometimes mix with the other sex playing rounders, leapfrog, and cricket, for example. That is bullcrap. Oh my god, and then we had to make a poem. I always used to love writing poetry. Babies are smelly, babies are loud. Newborn babies attract a large crowd. Babies are cute, babies are sweet. When they grow up, they'll get under your feet. Babies are smelly, babies are sick. They are accidentally vicious and let out a kick. Babies eat mashed foods, babies drink milk. Their skin is so soft, it feels just like silk. Babies sleep tightly, babies mobile sings. Baby wakes up when the telephone rings. Kind of sounds like a rap. Babies blow bubbles, babies' noses run. A baby is born just to have fun. That is pretty good for my age. I mean, okay, that ego bit's coming out again. I'm sorry. So fun fact, looking at this just brought back so many memories. Your period clock. I didn't know what a period actually meant. If a period starts on the 1st of March, when will the next period usually begin? They always gave an example as, if a period started on the 1st of February, if a period started on the 1st of January. Don't say that to people like me because I presume everyone starts their period on the 1st of every month, because this was the clock they gave you, and I always see this part as the first day of the month, so I assumed that's when everyone in the world started their period. This is a word search. We had to look for things like spots, voice, hygiene, razor, shaving. Razor. It's not part of growing up. That's just something you might choose to do. I thought that said masturbation then. I was like, they taught us about masturbation. Menstruation is another word for a girl's period. This is a creepy baby we had to make. Wow, more sexism going on. What the hell is that? The royal palace is looking for a strong, handsome prince. He would need to be good at dancing and very tough and might be able to ride a horse and must have a lucky kiss. The royal palace is looking for a beautiful princess. She would need to have long flowing locks and needs to be dressed in a pretty long dress and be able to be good with kids. How did I not see this as wrong when I was little? See, I put here, a girl's period occurs every 28 days and the teacher put approximately every 28 days. But I didn't know back then. I thought every 28 days everyone started because you didn't explain it properly, biatch. I got most excited about sex education because we could type things in pink. I could do it because we were talking about girls and boobs and vaginas. I didn't think I even understood any of that. I just typed it out and thought, what? I don't know why that was even necessary. But there's a picture of a scary boy. Probably just goes to show once guys go through puberty, they become scary. When people get older, they might get married at around the age of 21 to 26. That is really interesting. When a pair find kissing is not good enough, they make love. This is just not good enough, Jerry. I will have to put your penis in my vagina. Can I just say, I remember learning about this, and not for this book, but one of my sex education teachers was so horrible. And we were learning about how like sperm is released into the vagina, whatnot. And I remember turning to my friend and going, so what happens to the other bits of sperm? Because they didn't reach the egg, so what happens to them? Does it just like disintegrate, dissolve? I don't know. So my friend had the balls to put her hands up. The balls. It was quite a good question, to be honest. And my teacher kind of looked at my friend and was like, it just comes back out, obviously. It just leaks out. And she like pulled his face as if to say, why don't you know that? I'm sorry, Mrs. I've slept with everyone and had great experience with this. We are very young and we don't know these things. Teachers always used to wonder why I never put my hands up because they're arseholes. Speaking of which, here is lots of little sperm. They look quite cute, don't they? Trying to find the egg. Where is it? What this book was just a load of copying the board and writing down stuff that was just fed to us. We weren't actually taught things properly. It was just repeat the things that you've just been given in front of you, even if you have no idea what a period is, like I didn't, and you don't actually know any of the body parts that you've just labelled on some penis. Considering some of you guys who watch my videos are quite young, I would quite like to know what sex education is like at your school these days. I feel like they're probably a lot better, but let me know your own experiences in that because that would be really interesting to read. I will go through the last bit of my box and find some more stuff for you. If you are new to this channel and would like to be subscribed to be notified every time I make a new video, you can do that by clicking on the link down there. I also have a brand new channel with the goal of 5,000 subscribers. We've only got to the first 1,000. Once I hit the 5,000, I'll be letting you guys know what it is going to be used for. I love you all so much and I will see you for my next video. All my social media is down there if you're interested in catching me on them. Bye guys. Mwah!